if Jason calls me and I haven't worked with Jason before, when I hit find rooms and rates, the very first thing it's doing for me is taking me to search for Jason's information. And he's just like, I just want to know how much is it going to cost me and what do you have available. What we see in this case, because we're searching, is that we don't have anybody created for Jason. We don't have Jason has never stayed here at our hotel before. So I need to create a new guest card information, and I can, at least at this point in time, I can, even if I don't get anything else, I can save Jason's information right now, and I've saved it, and now I move on to be able to give Jason my rooms and rates information. So I do try to really encourage you when you're on this first initial search is leave it blank unless you're working with somebody that you're like, it's that guy Sean calling again, and he's really a difficult guest to work with, but I know that his data is in there, so let me do it and reuse it and go from there. I know that Jason is not old enough to qualify for AARP, but I'm going to use it anyways. And I'm going to go through and we're going to make it say that it's going to be the 2 queen beds executive side. And since somebody lovingly asked about the other things, we're going to add in that we're going to have a bicycle rental. He wants a microwave and he needs self-parking. So I can go through and keep adding these enhancements on, and these all get set up by your hotel team. They're changeable and going from there. And to that question that came up earlier, we're going to see the rate, and then we're going to see the information that goes for it. The only thing to know in this is that this lovely each is a little misleading because it doesn't quite do it. Because we talked, and I should have showed you more on that last one, is it's $15, like that bike rental is a flat one. The microwave is each, but it's essentially each day is what it should say, and the same thing for parking is each day. So we can
we go in and adjust that like on the page?
Those prices are not changeable. They're already preset and set up in the system, and they are not able to be changed. If I go back one screen and keep my packages, when it tells me, if I'm looking here, notice that it actually does give me this information here that it says it's $15 per person. The charge is per person. It's the first night. This is, breakfast is the entire stay. The same idea. The microwave is the entire stay. So it's essentially it's going to charge each night of the stay, and it goes from there. But the pricing is something that's already set and not changeable for each time. But if I wanted to take him off, I can come through and say, he didn't want to pay $30 for the microwave, so I'm going to continue on without it. And there's a couple different ways we can continue on with and change it. I'll show you that in a second here. So we've still got all this same information. If I come in and put in a credit card for Jason, I'm going to use my favorite Visa card number that I can go shopping with and then get to checkout, and Amazon will lovingly laugh at me. It's 4 4s, 4 3s, 4 2s, 4 1s, and any future month and year expiration date will work for this. And it does give me this option. Remember that we talked about add to guest card? It's gonna save it to Jason's information for our future use. So I come up, I'm going to come through. It's going to give me one option to send Jason a confirmation. I'm not going to send Jason a confirmation. I'm just going to confirm it, and I can come back and say, well, Jason, I've got you for one room for 3 nights, checking in tonight, leaving on Friday the 21st. It's going to be $352.50 is your nightly rate, is your total rate, plus the $15 for the parking and $15 for the bike rental, and with taxes, it's going to be $419.70. And your confirmation number is 102967. And I can go all through all those fun things. when I hit continue, it gives me the option that says new reservation for guest. If I do that, it's going to pull this same information. It comes back here. It thinks, hey, I'm going to try and replicate that same reservation I just booked for Jason. It's going to be today, but I might say it's actually going to be the 23rd of August, and I actually want to go for all room types. It's going to pull in and double check and say it's already pulling in Jason's, but it's pulling in, and I can pull in a new room and new rate for those dates and everything else that hits that way. So it keeps that information. I'm not going to add any of my best sellers or anything that way, but it keeps that same information. It shows me my option to update Jason's data. If I go credit card, because I saved Jason's credit card, I've already got that credit card, and I can continue on and make a reservation pretty darn quick as far as a second or third reservation for that same guest.